teachers. My name is Kanye CJ Onesimus. I am the head of curriculum at this mighty school, Rich Dad Junior School, in the campus.
Yeah. Please tell us a brief history about your journey as a teacher.
Yeah. I am a big person in the profession now, having accomplished a degree in primary education.
People that have not been once.
Right.
Yes.
After a journey of a certificate, a diploma, and now a graduate teacher. I have been in renowned schools in this country, right from my first workplace up to this current one, where I feel proud to work. Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned of the curriculum that you had here at Rich Dad Junior School. Please elaborate more about this.
Yeah, we are a school of an interdisciplinary approach where we have several curricula in place. Many people call it the dual curriculum just because we have the teachable content on the side of Islamic theology and on the side of secular English curriculum. But to add to that, we also have the co-curricular or extracurricular curriculum, which is involving the play, the teaching outside the class, and the approach to discover talents, like swimming. We have the ball games, and all through that line is what we call our interdisciplinary approach. This approach enables us to handle outside and inside class. Inside the class is the duo for books, Islamic theology, and the one for our national curriculum. Basically, we have the approach of having them on board, which is our menu. When it comes to outside, the child specializes in what they feel they can do better, and according to advice by different experts. Those are our own teachers. And then inside the class, we look at our national curriculum, where the pupils are guided on how to do best for their final achievement at PLE. And then we have that side of grooming a child, the side of faith, where we have the Islamic theology, and we teach this to the level of P7 as well. But also we cater for the rest that are not in line with that faith by providing a supportive mechanism to help them also catch up on their side of religion. So when these ones are in their curriculum of theology, we also have the non-Muslims in their side of their faith. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. You mentioned that you are a qualified teacher with a degree. What is your say about the current bill that the Parliament has tabled for teachers who are not qualified for a degree level, first stand out and get qualifications, and then they come back, or they upgrade as they go?
All right, thank you very much. I think I have a lot of things to say about the bill. Personally, I took on upgrading for purposes of having a personal quality and expertise. But looking at the bill itself, it has a missing link between the current welfare or the plight of teachers and then the connection to the qualification. If you need a degree from a person, you should be able to provide what is enough for one to sustain the degree in terms of attaining the education and in terms of showing that one is really a graduate. So for me, I see like it is practically lacking for one to have a degree and they still sleep on empty stomachs. The welfare of teachers in such schools, especially the public schools, is so wanting that getting a degree may not even help to upgrade standards in the public schools. However, it would have been a very good initiative if the welfare of teachers, especially in line with remuneration, we worked on to see that the teachers who are upgrading are really happy. They can use part of their salaries to support their families as well as supporting their education. So the bill is one thing, and if I were one of those people to put it in place, I would say it should go back, they work on it to have an element of remuneration worked on for assurance of those who are going to have the bill. Otherwise, it is not appropriate for now.
Also, what do you think of 4 years of jail for any teacher who is got and they are not qualified? Is 4 years of jail really worth it?
Well, in the laws of our land, there is a lot that we can accept as long as we are not the ones who dictate over which sentence should be put against school. But in line with the having a considered professional practice in our country, it is not necessary to put their laws that are just going to show like the government is witch hunting its citizens. I see like there would be other ways of addressing the matters of professional concern, like upgrading, registering, other than putting things mandatory. Like we want to establish a law that is going to make citizens instead of enabling them to produce the name. So in my opinion, I think the sentence of 4 years is something that is aiming at discouraging teachers from becoming so. Because first of all, they are failing to upgrade, and people who have not upgraded cannot register. So that is altogether a mess that should be addressed right from the grassroots of producing the bill.
Yeah. Back to the curricula, how do students here reach that balance that you?
It is a backlog of duties that we always have here, and we are always battling with it, but it's always a busy person that is able to execute. A lot of stuff is done to see that our curricula all balance, and we are even proud to mention that in both curricula, the written curriculums, we are able to produce the best candidates all over the country. I mean, when you compare with other schools, we are doing quite better among the top 10 schools in the country, both at PLE of English and then PLE of Islamic theology. So when we look at the balance, the input is in line with the giving adequate time and respect to all the curricula that you have. It's a matter of utilizing every space available to cover what is missing. Yes, it is a little tasking to the staff that are manning that, but in the end, we always see ourselves managing. Right.
Out of the load that the education sector has to fix, what is that one thing that you would really say, I, Onesimus, if I get a chance to be on the board of decision makers, I would make this change in the education sector?
I am even dreaming of it, and I think so soon I'll be able to reach there because it is the dreamer that I choose. Basically, I am looking at changing the curriculum from being a theoretical or a theory-oriented curriculum, a practical curriculum. Even what is done at the lower secondary is not enough, in my opinion. We need a lot to be done. We need to look at the side of application of the knowledge that is being acquired from class. When I look at like the 20 marks for coursework that is submitted to UNEM, that is still way too much, forcing a teacher to teach for the exam. But if we look at a side of providing like 45 or 40 to a candidate, the teacher will always find stuff to teach to these students to always attain at least some practical skills. Instead of chasing the marks that people chase, the 80 marks that are left at secondary, people will be chasing skills. If a teacher will be knowing that at least now I don't have a lot of load for the side of the written content, so let me run to the side of skills, and teachers will teach to help children to achieve. Take an example of a teacher of computer ICT. That person finds a lot of time to teach what is going to be examined at uni. But if they realize a child needs 5 marks to pass, they are going to help the child navigate all the skills of handling the computer, repairs, maintenance, and all that, including software. that's going to help the student learn, have functional learning instead of cramming to pass exams. So I believe it is very necessary that if I get a chance to reach the decision makers, I will convince them, or I take part in being a practical solution to addressing the gaps in the curriculum. So if we are able to go to practical.
Thank you, Onesimus, for your time. Any last words that you would like to say?
Well, as I said, I am becoming an icon in education. I feel like when we don't have clients, we are losing the future of our country. Good education has become scarce in our nation because it's pricey, and then what is pricey is not worth our nation. I believe this is a great opportunity for me to once again introduce to you a school in its own category that is competing with itself in putting up a substance, a person that is going to be all around, that will make solutions that challenge the existing problems in this nation and the world over, because we need people that will think critically and solve problems. So Rich Dad is the answer. We invite all people on board to come and partner with us in making a better change in this nation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's it from the Director of Studies of Rich Dad Junior School.